Alright guys, back at it again, and this time we got a review for the brand new Predator movie, Predator Badlands. Yeah, so got to go see Predator Badlands over the weekend. Let me just preface by saying I've not been like the biggest Predator fan. I used to like the Predator movies more than the Alien franchise until I really got into the Alien franchise, and I am a huge, shouldn't say huge, I'm a pretty big Alien franchise fan, I'll say. So I definitely have liked the Alien franchise more than the Predator franchise over the years. But obviously you have the first Predator movie and then Predators that are really good. I thought Prey was really good. Obviously Dan Trachtenberg has directed the last couple. I did not get to see the animated one yet, and I have not seen Shane Black's version either. So those are two I still need to see. But going into this movie, I saw snippets of the trailer. I was definitely excited. Just because it looked like a lot of fun, and I was just, going in, I was like, as long as it gives you some action, some fun, some just like, I think that might be good enough for me, but thankfully, I was honestly got a little bit more from it, which is awesome. But before I get to that, yes, so this movie follows a Yautja, or a predator, known as Dek, who basically is the runt of his clan. His father doesn't even want him anymore. Eventually, he gets to another planet where he's trying to collect a trophy to be accepted. He gets sent to the planet of Jenna, called the Death Planet, and he has to hunt down this thing called the Kalisk, which is super... Already, I'm interested. I'm like, this is awesome. How are they going to set this planet up? So Dek eventually finds a synthetic named Thea, played by Elle Fanning, and he kind of uses her, as they say in the movie, this tool throughout to find the Kalisk, because she has been there a number of days, and we get this journey through this planet. I'll say I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I kind of, more than I thought. I like going in, I was excited because I thought at the very least I'm going to have a fun hour and 45 minutes. It's not too long. So I was like, we'll see what happens. So yes, getting into the positives, there's honestly a lot of positives. I thought the world building was really good, which ties into an Easter egg that I don't know if it's in the trailer or not, so I'm just not going to say. But it does some world building that I just didn't see coming, that really got me excited for more Predator films or what else they're going to do within the universe. I thought the way they set up the planet was awesome. All these different creatures and these different, I guess, plants you'd call them, and these all these different things that are just awful. Like if you live there, it would be awful to live there because every time you move, it seems like there's something else that could just come out and get you. I mean, and this planet being known as a death planet, I mean, you definitely feel that throughout the movie because the journey is tough for Dek and Thea, and I love their relationship. Thea kind of, so Dek is very rigid, as all Predators are. He's trying to show that he is worthy and not weak, but Thea eventually shows him that showing that you care is not a weakness. So I like that journey that they go on. I definitely say for this movie, if you're a hardcore the first movie, like you loved, like that action-packed, grimy, man-type movie that, I don't know how else to explain it, but if that's what you're going for, this is a totally different vibe. I definitely enjoy the original, but I'm not as tied to it as like some others are, so I can understand it. But I do think this movie is so much fun throughout. I love the characters and what they introduce, and like I said, one thing they introduced, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know if it was in the trailer or not. I stay away from trailers for the most part. But I also think this movie's funny. There's gonna be some complaints about the humor. There is a lot of it, but I honestly thought the humor worked for what they were setting up and what Dan Trachtenberg was trying to do with this movie. And it's even a lot, because Prey is pretty serious. This movie is not. It is a lot more fun, vibrant, more jokey at times. And I thought the jokes worked for what he was going for, the message he was going for. I didn't have a problem with it. Maybe there could have been one less, or two, but like, I thought the jokes worked. I thought it was funny. I just felt this movie, like, fun is the word. It knows what it is. He knows what he's going for, and he just sets things up perfectly. And also, excellent runtime. We need more movies that are an hour and 45. We don't need 2 hours and 30-minute movies. Like, it's my biggest issue with a lot of these movies nowadays. Like, everything, 2.5 hours, 2:10. Like, I like me a nice hour and 45-minute movie I can go to and not feel like I spent the whole day there. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. It's very fun theater movie, popcorn. There is some turn your brain off stuff, but it also introduces a lot of different things that have you interested to go forward. As I get into the negatives, I didn't have a ton because I just felt like this movie knew what it was. Like, even though I don't think it's like one of the, it's not my, I don't know if I'd put it in the top end of Predator films, but it is one that is very rewatchable. But like, as far as like negatives, I do think Deck, in my personal opinion, the helmet or the face guard, whatever you want to call it, is not on enough. Like, you see his actual face a lot throughout the movie, and that's a personal pet peeve. Well, not pet peeve. That's just more a me thing, I guess. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I just could have done. I just prefer seeing the mask more often. I just think it adds to like the appeal of the Predator and just how much of a badass the Predator is. I definitely would have preferred more of that. I mean, that's definitely a nitpick, but that would be one thing. One other thing, so there's another synthetic in this movie. I won't go too deep into it, named Tessa. She's basically, I guess, spoiler for a second, she kind of by the end becomes the antagonist. I wasn't a huge fan of that. Not the fact that she became the antagonist, but I just didn't think she didn't stand out enough for me. I thought the third act, while I liked pieces of it, I didn't think it was as impactful as I was wanting it to be. And I think a lot of it had to do with her. The synthetic, it never really did it for me. I just thought it was a lame antagonist or a lame villain overall. But honestly, it didn't really hurt the movie that much. It felt like the company that she was with was more the antagonist than anything, but it just didn't quite deliver for me in that respect. But another minor thing. But all in all, I really enjoyed this movie. I suggest going out to see it in theaters. Little bit of a turn your brain off movie, but at the same time, I think there's so much world building and stuff on this planet that piques the interest and has me super excited for the future of Predator because of Dan Trachtenberg and to see what he does next. Alright, grading time. I will say, going forward for the channel, I'm thinking of different ways to change up the grading. I'm not a fan of the number system, not really a fan of the grade system. Maybe there's a fun way to do it. I might do word association, so look out for that in the future. Right now, we're still sticking with letter grades, and we're going to give this a B. This might be a movie that does eventually go up over time. It is a very rewatchable film. I had a lot of fun watching it. It is a great theater experience. I just think B is the perfect area for it. I don't know if I could give it to an A, but that B plus range is what I'm kind of feeling. I think we're going to go B. Yep, that is my review for Predator Badlands. Let me know down in the comments, did you like this movie? Do you prefer some of the other ones? If you didn't like this movie, what's your issues with it? If you did like this movie, what'd you like about it? And how would you rank the movies? I don't know if I'm going to be doing a ranking. I just haven't seen 2 of them, and I don't know if I'm going to have time. But we'll see. But let me know what's your ranking down below. And as always, guys, I'll see you next time.